Hello everybody, this is PinstripeParagon and welcome back to some more Eternal Sonata. So, last time we basically finished up most of Chorus Plains, and in this episode we're going to, finish it up.
Look up ahead, everyone. There's someone there.
Get back! I won't let you lay a finger on my goats! You'll have to get through me first.
We have to help that woman.
Don't get cocky.
Okay, so we got a new character in this battle, Viola. Oh my god. She is amazing. Let me just get to her turn and I'll just show you how good she can be. So the death blow can be a little bit tricky to guard against, so you just gotta kind of wait on that. But look at this. Okay, so she uses a bow, right? The further away you are from an enemy, the more damage she will do. So that's why I went for that one rather than the one that's closer. Hopefully I can take this guy out with Polka. If I can just get into the shade. Dang it, I couldn't. But overall, this boss fight really doesn't feel like a boss fight. For a few reasons. And it's not just Viola. I mean, yeah, Viola does make this fight, 10 times easier. But, there's some enemies that are just like these guys later on. In fact, in the next area. So, they aren't as powerful as this. But, they certainly, aren't a laughing matter in there either. As we'll be doing quite a bit of grinding in that next area. Mainly due to the fact that it's so freaking long. Like, I hate the next area so much. But, unfortunately, you gotta do it. So it's just a shame it came so early in the game. Because I could honestly see this upcoming dungeon to be the reason people stop playing the game. That's how bad it is. And I mean, like, never going back. That's how bad I think it is. And I think... Oh, nobody else leveled up?
Hey, thanks a lot for your help. You all managed to save my goats.
What was with those guys anyway? They were weird, and they all used magic.
Yes, they had the ability to use magic, which means that they must be terminally ill, doesn't it? But why on earth would they attack us like that? They had a strange, evil look in their eyes.
What? You mean you don't know? That's what happens to people when they use mineral powder for too long.
What? You mean, if you keep using mineral powder, you might end up like those guys?
But lots of people in Retardando are using it. That's why floral powders aren't selling.
So that's it. The mineral powder. I knew something fishy was going on. It's been bugging me for a while, and now I get it.
Huh? What do you get?
Come on. Think for a minute, Beat. Why do you think mineral powder is the only thing that's not taxed?
Well, that's an easy one. It's because Count Waltz is doing something nice for his people.
No, dummy. You can't see things for what they are because you're always looking through that lens. Listen, try again, and this time, think about it more. Isn't it strange that mineral powder is the only thing that's not being taxed?
Yeah, I guess. But that's okay, because since mineral powder is so cheap, it can help lots of people.
True. Mineral powder does cure most illnesses, but it has some very serious side effects. Mineral powder is actually closer to a poison. It drives people mad and eventually can lead to death. You saw it for yourselves.
That's horrible.
Well, grazing time is over for today. Hey, why don't you all stop by my place for a while? It's not very far from here at all, so come on. My name is Viola, and this little guy over here is my partner, Arco.
Oh, how cute!
So mineral powder's a poison.
But there must be more to it than just that. Something to be gained from spreading it amongst the people like this. What could Count Waltz's real objective be?
That's what I'd like to know, too.
He cannot possibly want to kill all of his own subjects, can he?
Who knows? I've heard that there are lots of dark rumors about the Count.
But if he wanted to kill his own people, there are easier and faster ways to go about doing it.
Now wait a minute. Maybe he doesn't know about the side effects of the mineral powder.
Is it really possible that he doesn't know?
Well, mineral powder does have its uses, you know. But just because it's useful doesn't mean it should be used. Those involved might not realize what's wrong until it's too late. Unless someone does something about this soon, there won't be anything anyone can do to stop it. And since we can see what's going on, it's up to us to let them know.
They like the convenience of it so much, they don't see the danger they'll be faced with later.
I see. People might notice that something isn't right, but they can't bring themselves to give it up because it makes life easier for them.
It's true what they say. The longer you wait, the harder the cure.
Regardless of whether Count Waltz knows or not, I don't see any other option than to go to Forte Castle. Once there, we may learn more. If possible, we should try to meet with the Count in person and discuss his intentions directly.
You guys are really something. I'm actually starting to believe you'll be able to make a difference. And since my bow has some life in it... Okay, that settles it. I'm going with you guys to the castle. Besides, I owe Count Waltz some payback. A bunch of my poor little goats have been killed because of what he's done.
What? You're telling me we've got another one now? Oh, terrific.
Sorry, buddy, not so fast. You've actually got 2 more coming with you. Arco and I always travel together.
So, that was a thing. So there's a few items that we can get in Viola's house. We might as well get them. I mean, you know, she's coming along with us. It's not like she'll care. You know what I'm saying? So we got a Club Clover, which is awesome. Because we're starting to get to the point now where a bunch of our characters are at or around 3,000 HP. And I know I mentioned this before, but it does restore 3,000 HP to every character. So some might argue that it's better to wait, just because of the fact that, you know, we will be getting some more characters eventually. Some might say that you should wait to use them. Personally, I think now is an okay time, because later on you're going to have allies with like 10,000 HP plus, so, you know, it really doesn't matter. Okay. What does this guy have to say? Those must be the 3 pieces of paper that we actually fed to the goats. That's the only explanation I have for that. So, for those of you who have played this game before, you probably know what area is coming up. And you probably know it's terrible. Honestly, I know I said this before, but I honestly feel that this is the worst dungeon in the game. Not due to difficulty, no.
This is a really old bridge.
If you fell from here, you'd be dead for sure.
Since I don't usually take the goats this far out to graze, this is actually the first time I've ever crossed this bridge.
You have to cross the Cabasa Bridge if you want to get to Forte Castle from Retornando.
I understand. This bridge is a form of protection. It creates a single point of defense for Forte territory against any attacks that may come from the south.
Bingo! Hey, you're pretty darn smart, aren't you? That's right. And it's also why there's a fort at one end of the bridge. It's called...
I think it's called Fort Fermata, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Fermata, that's it.
Let's be careful going across, okay? We don't want to fall.
Guys, I think I'm gonna wet myself.
Hang in there, Beat. You can do it. Okay, come on, Polka.
What?
If you slip or something, it'd be dangerous. You better hold my hand.
Are you sure that's okay?
What are you talking about? Of course it's okay. Come on.
Thank you.
Well, well, well. You're quite the gentleman, aren't you?
What? No, I wasn't trying to... Oh, let's just go.
LOL. So, again, it's not that it's difficult. It's just the dungeon design is very poor.
Well, Fugue, did you learn anything new?
Yes, my lord. It was relatively easy to find the creatures in question, but unfortunately, I could not find a single one that glows.
I've no interest in hearing about your failure.
Yes, but...
From our experiments, we've discovered that mixing those creatures into the powder doubles its effectiveness. We've also come to learn that it only works with the type that glow. I don't care what it takes, I must have them. If we can get the glowing ones, even by conservative estimates, the potency will increase tenfold. It's our duty to protect the well-being of our citizens. And the role of our government is to serve its citizens to the utmost of its ability. If the powder's effectiveness increases, the people will be happy, will they not? I can already see the smiling faces of my subjects. So, now that you understand what's at stake, you will go and search for them again. And don't come back until you've found them. This is for our beloved subjects.
Yes.
I won't listen to another report of failure. Understand?
My lord, the mining operation at Mount Rock is proceeding smoothly. Mineral powder production is also increasing according to plan.
There's no need to report when things are going well.
Well, we made it across in one piece.
How's it going, Beat? So, did you wet yourself?
No, of course not.
It's strange, though. Do they actually think that someone will attack Forte from the south? After all, the only big city that's south of here is Retornando. Do they really need to keep watch from here?
That's a good question. But just take a look around this place. I never said they were actually keeping watch.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I do not see any soldiers posted.
Yeah, that is weird. I figured a fort of all places would have lots of guards.
Well, this fort was in use a long time ago. You see, Retardando was attacked by pirates lots of times. This is the best spot for a fort, if Retardando was ever beaten by enemy forces.
Even so, right now it's just a comfy home for people who've been driven mad by the mineral powder.
Well, starting to learn a little bit more about mineral powder and all that. Unfortunately, it is not good. Floral powder is the way to go. You know, go that way. So, here we are. Oh boy. Fort for fucking Mata. I hate this place with a burning passion. So I'm not going to save quite yet, because honestly, I just saved, you know, like before we even started those cutscenes. Okay. I must say, this has been the least anticipated part of the game for me. I hate it. Even more than going back through it later on for Encore mode, I'm honestly looking forward to that more than I am looking forward to this right now, because I'm not going to be going for all the items in Encore mode, because stuff. So here's the main problem I have with this place. It's just broken. I mean, it's literally broken up. So nothing here just makes sense. And basically certain aspects of this place move around. Granted, they're not going to move around right now, but eventually we'll be getting into a certain room that will move, like, it'll basically shift everything almost. And it just doesn't make much sense. So if you're ever up close with Viola, you know, it's still pretty good to use her as a melee attacker. Granted, she's not going to do as much damage, but it's still better than nothing. And do I have Nether Wave equipped? I honestly don't think so. Yeah, I do. That's awesome, because that's going to do a ton of damage. Especially when they're all right next to each other. Oh, swag. So now we only got one enemy left. One Lord of Darkness. So this is a lot like the Fluorite Mice, except this time it just involves darkness. So when you're using the bow, it's sometimes actually a good idea to aim a little bit up from where you want to go. It tends to hit more often than not anyway. So, you know, okay, so here's the first ladder. Now, I'm going to be cutting out a lot of the battles in here. I mean, just because if I didn't, this place would take, oh my god, forever. And I mean forever. Like, oh, I hate it so much. Ugh. Get out of here, scrub. Oh, please, stay back, please. I don't care if you're, like, in front or not, because if you're back there... Shoot. Ah, not off to a good start, I see. Phantom Wave. Alright. And luckily I can just use another wave the entire time. Do some more damage that way. And I need to redo my item set. Because right now all I have is 2 peach cookies. And you want to make sure you stay healed up, because you don't want it any persona garbage where it just... you just randomly die because of something stupid that happens. So you gotta hold down the X button as you're, using your bow, which can be a little bit annoying, especially if you're trying to, like, target a couple different enemies that are in different spots. But honestly, it's not the worst thing ever. Alright, let me change around my item set really quick. I definitely want at least one Angel Trumpet at a time. And, here, I guess. Okay. Am I gonna use that glowing tail? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Alright, Poco leveled up. Awesome, I can actually use a different character for now. Ooh, actually, Beat leveled up. Probably from that boss battle. Okay. So I'm definitely going to be keeping Viola in the party for the most part. And you know what? I'm actually going to switch in Beat as well for Allegretto. Definitely going to be keeping Viola in the party. She's so OP. So Viola more than likely will be the most leveled up character by the time I'm done. And Viola levels up. I mean, look at that attack power. 80? I honestly don't know if anybody comes close to that. Let's take a look. 55, 57, 77. So Allegretto is a bit close. But I mean, honestly, she does way more than Allegretto. That's more like the melee combat that it's talking about. So, okay, I'm trying to comprehend where the hell I am. I mean, even the map doesn't make sense, but I think I've got a pretty general idea. I'll post a link in the description to the map that I am using. At least I'm actually getting some Club Clovers from these battles. Although I think that might actually be a different enemy that we face before we can actually get that. And they're actually in this battle, so that works. Oh, dang it, I couldn't get it. So it's basically the exact same enemy that we fought in that one battle that we did, like, either earlier this episode or the past episode. I really don't know where I'm at on time. And although this is a much watered down version of it, it's much easier to take out. And if you're using Viola, I mean, you shouldn't be having any trouble with this area in terms of battling. So definitely fight as many battles as you can so that you actually get some good experience. I'm not sure what level I recommend you be at the end of it, but it certainly, doesn't hurt. So, yeah, he kind of explained some stuff, but not really. This place is not very well explained whatsoever. Like, normally, when you have this type of area, the gimmick will be explained at one point or another. This one isn't. They try to. Do they do a very good job? Hell no. So, I'm just doing the best I can. Hopefully... Ah, man. I really despise this place. It's just not organized well. It's not a good dungeon. I mean, this is like the one flaw in this entire game, is Fort Fermata. Like, sure, there are some dungeons later on that get a bit weird, but, like, not as bad as Fort Fermata. Like, I remember the first time I ever played this game, I got here, and I really had no idea what to do. So I stopped playing. But then I knew this game deserved to be finished. Like, I know this was my first true JRPG on the PS3, and really, it solidified me getting into the genre to begin with. If it wasn't for this game, I honestly don't think I would be into RPGs as much as I am now. And I mean, no matter how much you love a game, there will be moments where you will not want to play it. Simple as that. Now, really, I still don't understand what this means. Like, basically, once you move this switch, things shift. And honestly, I don't understand it whatsoever. So, that red dot is basically the area of the map where we were at. But does that tell us much? No, not at all. Especially since it moved, but it didn't move. So, basically the fourth room is lit up, but I still don't know what that means. So I'm going to do my best to get all the treasure in here. To be honest, I'm not entirely certain if I will get it, because even there's one treasure that I do want to get. It's a score piece. What the hell? Where am I in this? Like, what the hell is going on? Well, luckily, at least my map that I'm using, that I'll put in the description, it still kinda shows where to go, but at the same time, it doesn't tell you like where things are moved, so take that as you will.
I'll do my best.
Now, one thing I gotta mention about these guys, sometimes they will just randomly sort of go back. Oh god. Oh no, Polka's dead. Polka's just dead. Shit. Sorry for my language, but you know, there's just times in this game. Oh, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, it was about these stupid enemies. Basically, if they try and go back, as you may have saw, and they hit anything in their way, their turn ends. It's like, you scrub, I can't believe you hit something, you're done. Like, get out of here. Like, unfortunately it didn't happen there, but oh crap, she died again. Oh my god. Looks like somebody's not getting their experience today. At least those enemies, again, are pretty easy to kill with Viola, but they do have to be pretty far away. So, let me see what this item is, if that's what I think it is. A red velvet. So, I do believe Polka can equip that. And by god, she needs it. She really needs a defense boost. Now, we will be getting a new weapon for Polka as well, so that'll be fun. I guess floral powder. I don't want to use club clovers yet because not everybody needs healing, but you know, some do. Okay. I need to put in another angel trumpet though because one ran out. Okay. Do I want to hit the switch? I don't know. If that moves that room there, because that's the room that moves, now that I think about it. So if that moves that room there, that'll basically just putting us back to square one. So I don't think, actually, yeah, I do want to move it back, but then I'm going to have to switch it, you know, back to the other side. So again, that, and it actually says right there how it moves this to the beginning. I do want to do this just for an item, really. Even then, I don't think I can actually get to that item. Come to think of it. I'm not sure. No, I can't. Can I? No. Shoot. Whoops. Well, maybe not. Maybe I can, you know, salvage something here. I doubt it, but...
I'll do my best.